I'm sat here, zoned out, staring into the river. My bottom is freezing and I'm lost in thought, thinking about what to eat for dinner. Until a large man with a massive snowy white bush on his chin and the rosiest cheeks I've ever seen stands above me. Santa? Is that you? Hey, it's Alex. I'm in New York City during the Christmas season, and it's everything you see in the movies and more. I feel like I'm in Home Alone, and trust me, if there's one place to get lost, this is where I want to be. I start my journey on the iconic Rockefeller Center, home to one of the world's most famous Christmas trees. This isn't your regular backyard pine, it's a massive Norway spruce, standing about 75 feet tall, decked out with thousands of twinkling lights. At the top, a Swarovski crystal star glitters, weighing almost 900 pounds and casting a glow that practically lights up the whole plaza. There's history here. Rockefeller Center has been putting up this tree since 1931, when it was a symbol of hope during the Great Depression. Now it's an international icon, drawing people from around the world to stand in awe. I take a moment to just soak it all in. The lights, the chatter, the smell of roasted chestnuts from a nearby cart. It's even better than the movies. Just nearby is the famed Rockefeller ice skating rink, and I can't resist the chance to lace up and give it a try. Fun fact, this rink was originally a temporary attraction to draw visitors to Rockefeller Center, but it became so popular that it's been a permanent fixture since 1936. Stumbling over the ice, I find myself caught up in the magic of it all, even as I try to avoid wiping out in front of a crowd of strangers. It's surprisingly intimate here, with only about 150 skaters allowed at a time, so despite the crowds, there's a sense of calm. A little girl cheers me on as I try to stay on my feet, and for a moment I feel like a kid again. New York has a way of doing that to you. After my less than graceful exit from the rink, I'm off to the Union Square Holiday Market, a Christmas shopping experience unlike any other. This place feels like a slice of Europe in the heart of Manhattan, inspired by the traditional German Christmas markets. Bright red and white tents line the square, each one bursting with handcrafted gifts, art, and holiday treats. There's something special about this market because it's not just about buying things, it's a showcase of local artisans and small businesses. The smell of cinnamon and pine fills the air as I wander from stall to stall, picking up gifts I didn't even know I was looking for, like a hand-carved ornament from a woman who tells me she's been selling here for over 15 years. I grab a hot apple cider from a vendor, sip it as I browse, and think to myself, this is New York at its best. Next, I make my way to St. Patrick's Cathedral, an iconic Gothic landmark that towers over Fifth Avenue. Completed in 1878, this place is as much a part of New York's history as the skyscrapers that surround it. Walking inside, I'm met by the smell of incense and the soft glow of candlelight. There's a certain quiet here, and it's nice compared to the bustling streets outside. During Christmas, the cathedral hosts midnight masses that draw thousands, all looking for a moment of peace in the middle of the city's holiday rush. I light a candle, take a deep breath, and feel the weight of the season settle around me. It's moments like these that remind you of the quiet beauty tucked away in New York's busiest corners. With my heart a little fuller, I hop on the subway and head toward Brooklyn's DUMBO neighborhood. That's not an insult, by the way. The name, short for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass, used to be an industrial area filled with warehouses, but now it's one of the trendiest spots in the city. Walking along the cobblestone streets, I find a small cafe where I grab a peppermint mocha and look out at one of the best views of the Manhattan skyline. I need these hot drinks to keep me going because as magical as everything is, it is cold, seriously cold. I feel extra grateful for my thick coat as I wrap it around myself a little tighter. At night, with the holiday lights reflecting off the East River, it's like the whole city is dressed up for a party. DUMBO has this artsy, laid-back atmosphere that's worlds away from the hustle of Midtown, and it's exactly what I need to unwind. I strolled down to Pebble Beach in Brooklyn Bridge Park, a tiny, rocky beach that's nothing like the one in California, but has a charm all its own. It's peaceful here, with the sound of the water and the distant hum of the city. Originally, this area was all industrial docks, but now it's been transformed into a public park where locals come to catch a breath. I sit on a rock watching the lights of the Manhattan and Brooklyn bridges and feel the chill of the winter air. For a moment, it's just me, the city, and the river. As I'm sitting here, a man in a Santa suit suddenly walks over and drops a small wrapped gift into my lap. He doesn't say a word, just gives me a nod and a wink, then disappears into the crowd. I unwrap it to find a tiny ornament, a miniature New York City taxi, bright yellow with Merry Christmas painted on the side. It's quirky, random, and somehow perfect. I later find out from a local walking by that this man is a retired New Yorker who's been dressing up as Santa every Christmas Eve for the last decade, handing out little trinkets to strangers. It's his way of spreading cheer, of giving back to a city that's given him so much. I put the little taxi into my pocket and I can't help but smile. Finally, I make my way back to Manhattan and decide to end the night at Rolf's German restaurant, famous for its over-the-top Christmas decorations. When I walk in, it's like stepping into a holiday wonderland. Thousands of ornaments, lights, and garlands cover every inch of the place, creating a cozy, festive atmosphere that I never want to leave. I order a mulled wine and some schnitzel, soaking in the warmth of the restaurant as carols play softly in the background. This place has been around since the 1960s, a beloved New York institution that goes all out for the holidays. Sitting there, surrounded by holiday cheer and the clinking of glasses, I feel a sense of joy that only New York can bring. As I walk out into the crisp night air, I think about everything I've seen tonight, the places, the people, and the stories that make this city so special. Christmas in New York isn't just about the big lights or the famous sights. It's about the small moments, the quiet corners, the people who go out of their way to make a stranger's night a little brighter. I'll never forget this night, or the mysterious Santa who reminded me that in New York, magic is always just around the corner. Have you been to New York for Christmas? Are you planning to come here and tick that Home Alone bucket list moment off your list like me? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and adventure aloud.